Tonight we're making tomato soup. Now I make my tomato soup 2 different ways, but we're using fresh tomatoes tonight. And if you'd like for me to show you the other way that I make it, then let me know in the comments. I'm gonna start out, you're gonna quarter your tomatoes and you're just gonna put them in a bowl for right now. I'm using a little over 3 pounds of tomatoes, roughly. You want about 2 to 4 pounds of tomatoes. Doesn't have to be exact. Make certain you're washing your tomatoes. These have already been washed, so wash your tomatoes. Cut you up a medium-sized onion. I'm using a yellow onion and I cut it up into 8s. Drizzle some olive oil over your tomatoes and onions. About a tablespoon or so, or a little more. I'm gonna use some kosher salt, season it to taste. Some cracked pepper, again, season to taste. Give it a stir and make certain everything's evenly coated. Dump it into a sheet pan, spread it out. Now grab you a bowl of garlic and cut off the top of it. It doesn't have to be peeled perfectly or anything, just like this. Drizzle some olive oil directly over the top of your garlic. I don't know how much. I can't tell you all that. Season it with some salt and some pepper. I'm gonna roast this mixture on 450 for a total of 30 minutes or so, but in 15-minute increments. After the first 15 minutes, bring it out of the oven and give it a little stir. Now throw this back in the oven again on 450 for another 15 minutes. After the second 15 minutes, give it one more stir. So once they get kind of caramelized, toasty on the top, then you've got it right. Next, you're gonna need a food processor. We're gonna let the garlic cool off for just a few minutes before we handle it. But for your tomatoes and your onions, just throw them in there. Make certain you're getting the juice too. Now for your garlic, once you can handle it, pick it up and just kind of squeeze it. It was not cool enough. Squeeze it in there. And that's hot. Make certain to cool yours more than I did. Okay. Throw in about a 1/4 cup or so of fresh basil. Blend this up until it's nice and smooth. Grab you a pot. Throw you about 4 tablespoons of butter into your pot. Once your butter's melted, add in a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And you're gonna whisk this in until it's nice and smooth. And you're gonna cook it until it's bubbly and lightly browned. It's also called a roux. You gotta stay with it the entire time. You can't leave this, okay? Once it's got a nice tan brown look to it, then you're good to go. Throw you in about 1½ tablespoons of tomato paste. Whisk it until it gets smooth. Slowly add in 4 cups of chicken broth. Whisk as you go to make certain that it stays nice and smooth. Throw in a pinch of sugar. That was about a ½ teaspoon to a teaspoon of sugar. Not much. Whisk it up and add in your tomato mixture. Now, if you wanted to leave it like this, you could. It would be perfectly fine. It would be more of a thinner soup. I want it to be more of a bisque. I'm gonna add in a ½ cup of heavy cream. You can reduce this down to a 1/4 cup if you wanted to. It just makes everything more creamier. Whisk it a little bit. I'm gonna let this simmer for about 15 minutes while everything thickens up. You're gonna wanna stir this to make certain that it's not sticking to the bottom and scalding. She's thickened up, it's ready to eat. You can add a little bit more salt and pepper if you want to, so that's up to you. I like to top with a little bit of Parmesan and a little bit of mozzarella. On the side, we got a grilled cheese. Look at that. 100% kid approved, family approved. You can thank me later. Bye.